Hi guys, welcome back to Michelle's channel. Welcome back to another, I don't know what I'm calling this series, but we talk about confidence and positivity. We're going to talk about emotions and honesty and just a bunch of different stuff. Everyday problems that we face as adults who have been in a very confused generation. We have people just a few years older than me that were literally beaten by their parents. We have people just a few years younger than me that were raised in permissive parenting households where they had absolutely no rules and no strictness. Like, we have a very, very, very confused set of generations. So let's talk a bit about this. Like, I am hoping to reach everybody, period. Doesn't matter your age. Some of my videos are going to be 18 plus content and some aren't. In the meantime, welcome back to my channel. And let's talk a little bit about feelings, because feelings can get to you. I mean, there's some times in your life where you'll be raised with an adult who has said something or done something completely inappropriate, and it leaves you in a state where you physically, mentally, emotionally, you either don't want to or may not be able to grow. In my case, this has actually happened. An adult that I was around when I was young, very young adult, and even a teenager, thought that it would be okay to say things about my boobs. And it made me very uncomfortable. Again, this is a channel where I explain experiences in my life, and if you learn something from it, you learn something, and if you don't, hey, cool. I get to talk about me, and it's kind of like a video diary, so I'm not complaining. And so the person in my life, they made inappropriate comments about my breasts when I was young and much younger, and it made me to a point where I didn't want to accept that they had changed for a long time. Well, recently, I went bra shopping. I thought I was a 36C for sure. Let me tell you, I am not. I'm actually a 36 double D. But because of the adult in my life that made me feel so uncomfortable with physical growth about my body, I didn't know this. And it was awkward to find this out and to learn this in the middle of a store. Yes, Victoria's Secret, that's right. So, for the first time in a long time, I have properly fitting bras. And you know what? It's pretty damn amazing. It really is. But I got to learn something during that. I didn't even realize that I was afraid of this kind of growth until I was faced with it. And a lot of times, we as grown-ups don't realize these kinds of things because we don't take the time out to check our needs. As women, our lives are focused on being mothers and wives and trying to provide that perfect mix of a role where, you know, you're a mom and you're able to be home with your kids and take care of your kids, but you're dying to work. You can't do that because, one, childcare is so expensive that you literally can't afford to work, and two, then you're not gonna be the perfect stay-at-home mom baking cookies and making cakes, and you're gonna get judged by the Karens of the mom world. By the way, girls, for those of you that are gonna be Karens on here, be my guests. I'm not gonna address your comments. I'm gonna address you all now. Suck it up, buttercup. If you're along for the ride, you're along for the ride. If you're here to learn something, you're here to learn something. If you're here just to be rude, take off. I promise you, my videos will offend some of you. The topics that I talk about will offend some of you. It might even hurt some feelings. If it hurts some feelings, maybe you need to do some looking in the mirror. Because I don't side with abusers and narcissists over here. So, yeah, this day, when I went and I bought new bras, I felt very uncomfortable. And I wasn't sure why until I got home. And I actually thought about it. And I realized the reasons that I am so uncomfortable with bras. Breastfeeding, anything like that for myself. It's because of this grown-up who took advantage of a young and naive me, who made comments that should have never been made, comparing me to another family member that was much older and on an age-appropriate level for that person. It was inconsiderate and rude, and I've yet to be able to talk to anyone about this, aside from my therapist. But the whole thing, it was done in a way to deliberately make me uncomfortable. To make me uncomfortable with my body, because this person only saw the female body as sexual. I wasn't a child. I was objectified. And that's creepy. So for anyone else that has ever happened to, first off, let me say, I am sorry. That shit sucks. And those people, they were wrong. But learn and grow from it. Don't hold yourself back. Like, I had to learn and grow. And I had to realize that I was holding me back the whole time. Even just a bra size change was a level of uncomfortable for me that I didn't understand or realize. And I'm making that change. And I'm doing something about it now. And it's not easy. It's not easy to go from that mindset where you're afraid because either someone's hurt you or you're worried because someone said something to you that's inappropriate. It's not okay. It's not okay for anyone to do to someone else. You know, it's something that is so sad that has come this far in our society, that it's okay to make someone else feel uncomfortable about their body. To be fair, most of us can't control what our bodies look like. We can't control if we have double D breasts. We can't control if we have A cup breasts. That's not within our control. That's physics. And it's physical. And it's genetic. And it makes me absolutely sick that some people feel like it's okay to shame someone or to objectify someone just based on their physical appearance. Like, that kind of world that we live in where it's okay to objectify a child regardless of how close they are to 18 is not the kind of world that we want to continue to live in. Like, we need to make some changes here. We are adults now. The ways that we were raised are really not okay. What we have been put through since we were children on up, some of it, fine. My father, for instance, amazing. Didn't beat, but spoke to me and told me what I did wrong. Another family member, slap across the face every time I did anything against it or had my own opinion, anything. That was not okay. And what I'm telling you guys is it's not okay. It's not okay at all for people to objectify people, period. It's not okay at all for people to tell you that your body, you should be ashamed of it, because you shouldn't. And you're not wearing slutty clothes. They're looking at you with rapey eyes. There's a difference. So, ladies, gentlemen, let's stop objectifying people and really learn who they are. Because if you're not learning who someone is, what are you sleeping with? What are you eating with? What are you playing with? Are you playing catch with a narcissist? Are you dining with a verbally abusive person? Are you sleeping with someone that's going to strangle you? Because these were all things that were taught to be okay. It was okay to be yelled at when you did something bad. So therefore, in our adult life today, it's okay for someone to yell at us when we do something bad? No, it's not okay. It's a form of abuse. Is it okay for someone to withdraw love from you simply because you made a mistake? No, it's not. It's abuse. Just like it's not okay for someone to slap you. It's abuse. And things like this will never stop being abuse. They will always hurt. My trauma, my past didn't turn me into the woman that I am today. It helped me to understand other situations of the women around me today. It helped me to understand that either gender can be abusive. Either gender can hurt you. You know? And it's not okay. It's not okay for people to objectify you. You are not just sex. Period. You are a whole human being. A whole human being, and I see you as that whole human being. You need to be seen as more. See yourselves as more.